This is a very similar environment like retail people. Employees currently, even if they're going to get a lot of money, like 10 million Japanese yen, and they retire down to 3 million. The same thing will happen, right? Like outsourcing business.
Right.
They can get a lot of money, like his former job, right? Like very similar to the uh, parking supervisor or guardian kind of businesses. Sometimes they can get money, but there is similar situation they will get from outsourcing business, right?
Right.
But still get some money.
Some money. Barely enough to survive, of course, if you don't have any savings.
For example, taxi driver, the annual salary will cut in half.
Right.
But there's no way.
But there's no way, because already taxi drivers are very close to survival level. I think when you look at, if you probably look at the average amount that taxi drivers manage to save during their lifetime, it will be very limited, because their salaries are not that high.
United States the same?
Well, actually, the United States is worse, because actually, the United States, there is so much debt because of the widespread usage of credit cards and credit.
Oh, you said credit card debt.
Debt. There is so much debt in the United States. But yeah, there's also a different attitude towards debt in the United States.
I tell you, currently the American economy is very good, but turning out bad for many years. American economy is so good, but turn out bad situation. What going to be, especially for the low wages people, right? It's got a lot of problems.
Cause a lot of problems. Usually, it's like, okay. So what happened during the great financial crisis? A lot of bankers didn't sleep much less over it, because they were bailed out basically. But a lot of people who had a house, who had a mortgage, all of a sudden they were in really big trouble, because they saw their houses, the value of their house evaporate all of a sudden, and they had like big loans, and now their houses, we call it underwater. That means that basically they are paying off a mortgage, an amount of money that is way above their the current value. So if their job, basically, if their job is being outsourced to Mexico, then what are they going to do? Because they can never pay back. They can, even if they sell their house, they cannot pay back the mortgage. They're immediately bankrupt. If they lose their job, they're screwed. So, but bankers don't have that problem. And they're the ones who caused the problem.
It means we have very few solutions.
Yeah, but so we have been meddling along, like really not taking any serious steps into redistributing help and redistributing wealth and trying to reestablish the connection between workers and the companies. We have not been serious about it, because that's socialism. That's basically, it's not the American way.
Democrat majority of candidates is so left-wing people. That is the reason why. Like free education for university, sort of thing, right? Healthcare, right? They are not so much, considered for the financial background, but what they're talking is some meaning to it.
Right.
I see. In Japan, I've never heard about free education for university.
In the Netherlands, it's very normal.
Very normal. Free?
Yeah.
Free?
Well, almost free. like per year it's about maybe 20 万. Because basically this is something we want.
Government paid it?
Government pays.
America is too expensive.
We only have public universities.
Oh.
No private universities.
Japan is recently getting more higher fees. Your country.
Now, what is a country? What is a parent going to do? I mean, if you are in Japan, you can afford it. Are you going to tell your kid, well, sorry, just go to a public university, even though you know that the best education they can get is in the private university?
Which means your country tax rate is so high.
Tax rate is high.
High.
Yeah.
How much is it?
Well, it's higher than Japan. I can tell you. The highest rate is 60. Highest rate, but it's progressive, right? So the lower income you have.
So I think Japan, America is like they try to consider for tax rating system. One solution.
Yeah, but at the moment, basically, America is very, very rapidly developing a huge deficit. Huge deficit. Trump is spending like crazy, but there's no tomorrow. Debt. But I think one example is just start of this afternoon, Facebook, like a large IT company, they evading tax, and we cannot find a good solution. But this is one problem, one example, right? And the other one is also health insurance and university fees, and sort of their educational or fringe benefit issues is still a concern for middle class. Right.
So it means.
But also we need to add to that, because even though we make these free, it still takes time to educate yourself, and that time to transit, you need to support people, because they don't have any savings, so they can't really survive without salary for a year. That it would require maybe to get basic programming language, programming skills, or retrain yourself for a different kind of job.
Well, younger people is okay, but
younger people are okay, but there are a lot of people. So if you have only 1 million yen in savings, then you cannot survive for a year.
So I think the tax system is another solution way.
Yeah, but then, the tax system, who's going to pay for that? Not the corporations, only the workers. So again, we are creating, because
these people, 1% people.
Yeah, but we cannot tax capital. We can basically, because capital is fluid, so capital will immediately go outside of Japan and find a different way. So the only way that we can tax it is a consumption. And that basically is mainly carried by people who consume the most, who share biggest share.
No, consumption taxes, I think this is not the system.
No.
Because average they charge to including poor people.
Yes. So it will make poor people poorer.
So it means the only solution is the income tax.
Okay, but if I know that my income tax in Japan will be taxed 35%, and it would be taxed in Seychelles for 5%. Where am I going to start a corporation? In Japan or in Seychelles?
No, not company.
Personal tax. Yeah, but okay, then basically I open a company and all my investments are made in Seychelles, not in Japan. Of course I would do that, but that would mean the world.
Personal tax?
Yeah. Why not?
No, you should leave them more than 6 months.
No. I have a company.
You should pay tax in Japan if you're going to stay more than 6 months.
The fact is, the question is also, okay, I mean, I should pay tax, but I can choose where my income is going to flow. I can choose where I'm going to make my investments. If I'm going to make my investments here from Japan, or I'm going to make my investments from the Netherlands real time.